Let's talk a little bit about the marketing then. So prior to the movie coming out, did you start like how far in advance did you start like prepping your campaign stuff, or did you?
Well, I think in December was when we started shopping around to real sales agents and distributors.
Yeah.
And it became clear to us that we weren't really going to get the deal that we thought we'd get with our own self-distribution method. It was early February, early January, where we decided to go with Sear and do our own self-distribution with them. And that's where we started cranking up and having to build the site around them and get the cut finalized and all that after the premiere.
Gotcha.
So it was early January, and we decided that, I think we had the premiere date set back in November of 2021. And so based on that, we were like, let's set a good release date. 2/2/2/2/2 was like awesome. It was a Tuesday. So we did this whole marketing was like coming Tuesday, 2/2/2. We used the 2. I mean, it's, so it was fun like that, and it was catchy, and it helped people remember.
That is a good idea. Well, I want to get into the paid ad stuff, but before we do, let's talk a little bit about organic marketing. Like, how big a component was it, you think, of your success? And like, did you go and set up Facebook pages and TikToks and like all of that for this project?
Yes. I was avoiding it for a long time because I've set up so many of these things, and like, I got this other page. It's like 10 years old, and I don't use it. So I was hesitant, but I did it all. Birdie's the movie, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Twitch, and everything. We don't use some of those, but just set it up. I tried to streamline it so Instagram uploads straight to Facebook, and TikTok is its own thing, which is interesting. Yeah, but all of it works in its own different way, and if you hit on one of them, it's very effective. So I can't stress enough how much like bonus content helps.
Yeah.
And
I always tell people when a movie comes out, for at least the first 90 days, you should have 2 or 3 pieces of material like a day to be able to post, whether it's video, pictures, and you have to have new stuff. You see so many filmmakers, man, they just keep throwing up their same trailer, same poster.
Exactly. You're like, you got to have a lot of content, and then you do have to recycle it too, and just not be afraid to recycle it. But you have to have enough content; it just doesn't seem recycled all the time,
Right? Because you'll hit some people that never saw it the first time around,
absolutely, or the third time around.
Totally. Yeah. So like on average, how many like things a day would you say you were posting when you were hitting it hard, like when it first went out? Like,
no, I tried to. So I'm big on not fatiguing our audience. So I don't my personal Facebook is kind of just mostly friends and family. So I'll post not so frequently through there. And then I think through our social media is like a once a day. Okay. I mean, now that we've been out for a while, I'm getting fatigued. So I was doing it pretty strong once a day. And then if there was a big, on the day of the Masters, I made like 3 memes that day and put them all up, and to keep people engaged that were from the golf contingent. So it depends. Sometimes there'll be a two a day thing, but mostly just kind of one a day. I don't want to browbeat everybody, and I think that helps. Yeah.
Yeah. And what, like generally speaking, like what types of posts were doing well for you? I would assume it was different types, but I mean, like, and where?
So I'll do a poster of a different cast member and put their name on it. Ryan O'Flanagan as Jake Baxter. And if they like it, they want to get their people engaged and watching the movie, they'll put it on their own Facebook. Right. Different trailers. We had 2 or 3 different trailers. And once it was released, we had some reviews. So I put review quotes in there and made one of those. And then the bonus content, which were old golf jokes like Sam was talking about. And I put those on YouTube starting in 2010. It's just kind of a way to hook them. and to cast the net out there. And we made all these golf jokes into 1-minute videos. They got 2-3 million views on YouTube over the years, or no, it was 6 or 7, but and they fizzled. So once we released the movie, we were kind of struggling to find content to keep people engaged. I was like, what if we put out some of these old golf jokes and just and hook people with them? And it worked. I put them up through our Facebook, I think, initially, and we started getting involved in groups, Facebook groups. And when you get in some of these, especially golf groups, there are 200, 300,000 people.
Right.
You post a funny meme and it's like a bunch of people see it. So
yeah. And what, in your opinion, what is the secret to navigating a group? Like, as a filmmaker, because I'd assume that well, I know the worst thing to do is to go in and throw a link and say, hey, go watch my movie, it's about golf. So how do you approach that?
Kind of in a sneaky way. We engage in the content, and and we start to we become part of the group. And then we get like the top fan thing,
I've told people before, it's kind of like being an undercover cop. It's like you go in and you infiltrate, but you have to be genuine, but you're
right. Yeah. So the golf jokes helped us in the way that we're not posting a trailer. We're posting a funny golf vignette, and they love it, and it's something for them to watch. Oh, and if they catch on to the branding and they see, Birdies on Prime Video, well, they're going to go watch Birdies, and that's if they care enough. Some people care so much as to say, hey, this scene's not in the movie. And we're like, well, we try to clearly label that this is bonus content, and it's promotional material, and there's more bonus content. If you want to see all the golf jokes, then there's 40 of them, and go watch them all. And they're all even compiled together. If you want to watch a 40-minute golf joke episode, you got it. So if you're mad that the scenes aren't in the movie, then I got a whole feature on the side for you for jokes alone.
No, but Troy was really smart about rebranding those, and he would tag them up for, when we were on Amazon initially, he would tag them up for Amazon. When we spread to Plex and Tubi, he would tag them up for those, and submit them on these same platforms. And we definitely saw real world changes, like when we went viral on TikTok for the very first time. Like within that week, people were reaching out to us going, hey, we saw your film on new releases on Amazon. And it was like, oh, wow, that's cool. And then we could watch our film as it just kept moving up on the new releases on Amazon, because it was getting more exposure, then not just through TikTok, but also through Amazon and Amazon's algorithm that was, pumping it up. So, social media is definitely, you got to have lots of content and just keep pumping it out there however you can. Keep it fresh,
And do you find too that it's a fairly low ratio of hit to miss? Like you put out 10 videos and maybe 4 will do really well, and 6 kind of whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. There's definitely the high performers out there,
right?
And it's usually have always been that way. Yeah.
It's usually not what you think will be the higher performer either, right?
It's interesting because back when we put them on YouTube years ago, there were the high performers, and then when I put the new ones, and then there were the ones that never saw the light of day. Now, when I started putting them on Facebook and TikTok, well, the ones that had almost no views it's like millions.
Right.
I don't know how this happened, but we'll take it.
Right. And for TikTok, were you redoing them for vertical as well, or were you just putting them up? Okay.
Yeah, I had all the raw files, and if I didn't, then I had just a an HD version of the final cut of that video, and I was able to just go and kind of snip it and motion track over this way or whatever. Gotcha. So we did the vertical, but also some of them I just did 16:9 and then just did captions top and bottom. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. So this is the last thing I'll ask about organic stuff, but a specific one. Did you find hashtags helpful across the board or not? No.
Okay. I mean, if they want to find Birdies the movie, they'll find everything that we've done #Birdies the movie. But I got to say that me not being a huge believer in them, I didn't really tag them up as much as a lot of people do, because I find it annoying and obviously you're just trying to get traction. It's all right. Well, how about just keep it nice and short, and if people are interested, they're going to watch. Like TikTok, and that's how TikTok gets all these views. They watch more than 3 seconds or whatever it is. And people, they're like, okay, this video gets viewed, and that means that we're gonna run it up the ladder.
Yeah.
Troy was also really genius though about the way he marketed, like I'll say TikTok in particular, because he would use the different levels of like you said, we have the video itself and it's funny, right? And there's a joke contained in that. But then he would also use like the comment part, you know, or where you just write, you know, about the video and make a joke there. And then he would also put like comments like over the video, basically, and the text over the video to make jokes there. So there are different levels of jokes. So that I think that really for people that did find it funny, or that people that were engaged, they could laugh at one video 2 or 3 times just because Troy's tagging it up and just being witty and just being smart with what he's doing and understanding the audience that this is comedy, you know? Yeah, and chatting it up too.
Just talking back to myself, essentially. I'm like, hey, you know, I comment on this video and then I comment on the comment, you know? And,
like on your own comments underneath, like?
What it's so you got the video portion with the caption inside the video, which you can make a little comment on the video, and then I make another little caption comment under that, which is the actual caption. So it's just it's an ongoing conversation. And then, you know, when you put it into a golf group, you can even add your own little caption on top of it, because everybody's got their own little joke on top of the joke. And I even take some of the comments that people take from golf groups or whatever, and they make their own little joke in the comment. And, you know, I'll go and upload that video to another platform and use their comment.
Nice.
Yeah, just a little steal. Yeah.
Yeah.